What if I told you that there is a country smaller than West Virginia that tells United States no and still had to get away with it? Not once, not quietly, but strategically. This is Djibouti. Population 1 million, but annual incomes from renting sent to superpowers nearly $200 million. And when America came knocking, asking to launch missiles to Yemen, the president of this country has a simple answer. He just said no. Djibouti sits quietly on the Horn of Africa, right where the Red Sea meets the Gulf of Aden, at one of the most important choke points on earth, the Bab al Mandab Strait. 12% of the globe trade flows here. Oil, cargo, entire economies passing through a narrow strip of water. In Arabic, its name means the Gate of Tears. And on a clear day, you can clearly see Yemen on Djibouti's shores. Now, here is where it gets surreal. This tiny nation hosts military bases for about 6 superpowers. That is United States, China, France, Japan, Italy, and Turkey. At Camp Lemonia, America stations over 4,000 troops. Its only permanent base in Africa. Just 17 kilometers away, China's first overseas military base. 2 rival superpowers, almost within viewing distance. The US pays about $70 million a year. On the other hand, China has poured billions of dollars in infrastructure. And Djibouti, they take the money from everyone. Here is the brilliance. Djibouti doesn't pick sides. It hosts everyone and belongs to no one. This isn't weakness. This is leverage. By allowing competing powers to coexist, Djibouti becomes too important to destabilize. Because if conflict breaks out here, everyone loses. Then came a moment that tested everything. In 2024, tensions explode across the Red Sea. The Houthis begin targeting shipping routes. Global trade was now at risk. The United States, on the other hand, wanted to respond, and to respond effective and very fast. At that time, the quickest and easiest launch point was Djibouti. Reinforcements arrived at Camp Lemonia. High levels officials fly in. The request is made, let us install missile launchers, and then we launch missiles from Djibouti's soil. But President Ismail Omar Guelleh responds, we reject targeting any part of our territory. Military bases here exist to fight terrorism and pirates, not to wage a war against states. That wasn't just a refusal, that was a line in the sand. And he went further, condemning war in Gaza, calling for protection of civilians while hosting American forces. Some analysts blamed China. Others said Djibouti was being influenced. But think of it, they probably missed the point. Djibouti didn't suddenly grow a spine. It's been doing this for years. This is not pro-China, and again, this is not pro-America. This is pro-Djibouti. Their doctrine is very simple. Fight non-state threats? Yes. Join state wars? No. Pirates, terror groups, use our bases. But a war involving states? Not from our land. And here is where it gets even more calculated. Djibouti has supported logistics for both sides, and without joining either. Resupply access? Yes. Direct attacks from their soil? No. This isn't confusion. This is precision neutrality. A strategy so delicate, it turns geography into power. But now the pressure is building. Across the water, tensions with Iran are rising. Threats to close the Bab al Mandab Strait are growing. If that happens, Djibouti becomes the center of global storm. Every power stationed there will demand action. The US is likely going to push for strikes. On the other hand, China wants to protect its investments, and others will follow suit. And suddenly, neutrality becomes even harder. With American and Chinese bases just kilometers apart, any mistake would trigger something much bigger. Djibouti did something extraordinary. They weaponized their weakness. They turned geography into leverage and vulnerability into power. They told the world, you can pay to be here, but you cannot control us. They proved something most nations forget. You don't need a nuclear weapon to have a voice. You don't need a massive army to say no. Just strategy, discipline, and the courage to stand your ground. The world is watching Djibouti. The gates of tears may soon live up to its name. But one question remains. When the pressure becomes unbearable, will Djibouti still be able to say no?